stop being so hard on yourself. Do you think God sees you just as the mistakes you've done? Just like the sins you've committed? No, He sees you as His child. And He wants you to feel that love. He wants you to love yourself too and to stop being so exigent, so harsh, so hard on you. And sometimes this being hard on yourself doesn't mean that you are the entire day criticizing yourself or judging yourself. Maybe you are. It may feel like when you look at yourself in the mirror and you just look at your flaws, when you're looking at yourself in the mirror and you're just like seeing what's wrong with you instead of seeing the greatness in you, that you are created in God's image and that He loves you and He sees you so big and so beautiful, like He is, like God is. So please stop. And I'm telling you this, but I'm telling it to myself too, because with life getting stressful, work, and especially when you are stressed because of work or you've got like changes in your life, it feels like you look at yourself in the mirror and you can only see your stress, you can only see your fatigue, you can only see that you're tired, that you haven't slept, that you're feeling overwhelmed, that you're bloated, that you're, especially when you're women and you're on your period, and there's so many things. And I get you, I've got this speech in my head too, and that's why I'm telling you, you need to stop and you need to look at yourself with so much love, like God sees you. And it kind of feels like you're not sinning when you're doing this, because it's like you're not doing it to somebody else, and it may feel like, okay, it's not that bad, but you're sinning also against God, because you are God's creation. you're you are His daughter, His son. And when you're criticizing yourself in this way, when you're being so tough on yourself, so hard on yourself, and you're just looking at all your flaws and imperfections, this is also sinning against God, and this is also hurting God, because God sees you with so much love and He created you with so much love, and you're already perfect because of God. So when you're doing this, this is going against God as well. And I'm not saying it as now you gotta feel even worse that, oh my God, I'm sinning against God. Like now you should be harder on yourself. No, I'm just saying it, just reflect on that, talk about it with God, and, and see what He tells you to. Because for me, He's been telling me, like, when you're doing this, you're kind of like cooperating with the devil, because you're accepting those negative thoughts that, of course, God doesn't want you to think those, and He didn't put you those. So at the end, you're accepting what the devil is trying to convince that you are not worthy, that you're not enough, that you should always do more, that you're not as beautiful, that you should lose some more weight, that you should do. And I'm not saying taking care of yourself and your appearance isn't good. Of course it is, and it also shows so much respect for the body that's God's given you, and so much respect for you as well. But you need to do it with love. This is the thing. Everything that you do it with love, because the moment you start doing it out of hate, out of not feeling enough, out of competition, out of comparison, out of wanting society's approval or someone else's approval but not God's, then that's the moment you're getting lost, and you need to get back to God and remember that Jesus is the way, the light, and the life. And when you lose yourself, just remember that Jesus is the way. And I'm now going through a moment in my life that I feel pretty much lost, I would say. I really don't know what's gonna happen in my life in a couple of months, but I'm just focusing on, like, okay, what can I do today, you know? And when you feel lost in that way, just remember Jesus is the way, and His way is full of love, and He just wants you to feel that love. And be filled with that love and grace that he's given us, so that you can also put that onto others and then love others as yourself. But remembering that that love comes first from God, and that God loved us first, and we know how to love because God loved us first. So please remember that everything that you do, do it with love. And when you look at yourself in the mirror, look at yourself with love, because that's how God sees you. He doesn't see you because of your mistakes. He sees you because you are his, and that's it, period. and and he sees that you're trying, and he's perfecting you. So you gotta let yourself be perfected too, and you gotta let yourself be loved and accept his grace, his love, and his presence. And just remember that this is not even about you, you know. I sometimes feel like when I'm being too tough on me, like, oh, I don't see myself today, I am feeling very tired, and I'm tired, and look at my face, like, and look at my body, and then I'm just like spiraling over these negative thoughts of not feeling enough, and that I should do more to be prettier or to be fitter or to, yeah, just all of this. And I'm sure you're going through this too. If you clicked on this video, I hope this is helping you. But at the end, you gotta stop for a moment and say, why am I feeling like this? And for who am I doing all that I'm doing? You know, am I doing it because I want to honor God with my body, with my looks, with my image, and with the respect I have towards this body that God has given me, that it's not mine, that it's borrowed, that God just gave it to us for us to live in these bodies, but that it doesn't belong to us, you know? So am I doing it for God's glory, or am I doing it for my glory, and just so that I can be more praised because of my body or my looks, or more complimented or more accepted in society, or more approved or more liked or more validated? Am I doing it because all of this, or am I doing it because of God's glory, because of God's love? So when you're doing it because of God, you can only feel love, and you can only feel peace and light, and those are the fruits of the spirit. But when you are not feeling like this, then you gotta think, why am I doing it for? Who am I doing it for? And do I really want this or not? And is this my path? And it's clearly not our path, because this is the world's path, and what the world is wanting from you, just to suck your love, suck God's love, you know, out of you. And that's what the devil wants. So reject it in Jesus' name. Reject it, rebuke it, renounce those thoughts, renounce it, and claim who you are, that you are God's daughter, God's son. And that's the only thing that matters, and that's the only thing we should look up to. And remember that Jesus is the way, the life, and the truth, and all of the rest are just lies. So I hope this video helped. I love you so much, and hope you know that you're so beautiful because God made you, period. So that doesn't even depend on you. That doesn't even depend on what you ate, on how stressed you are, how tired you are, or because I know these thoughts can get into our heads and then we are spiraling over it. But remember that you are just beautiful, period, because you're God's, and that doesn't depend on you, and that you're fully dependent on God. I love you. Please subscribe if this video helped. Leave a little like, a little comment, and I'm hoping to see you in the next one. Bye bye.